What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today I want to tell you about a new game that's coming out. And I'm a little bit excited about this new game. Now, it's actually made by Funko Games, a company I've not really looked too much into up to now, though clearly that is changing. It's called Marvel Battleworld, with the subtitle Mystery of the Thanos Stones, and it's a collectible Marvel tabletop game. And I'm kind of delighted. Now, this was revealed exclusively by The Toy Book, so shout out to those lovely people. I will link their article in the description, so you can go and check that one out at your leisure. But it's a game that's just been revealed. It's one that excites me quite a lot, and it's one that I thought we should probably have a chat about. So what actually is the game? Now, it is all built around miniatures. You can see on the graphic here from the Toy Book that we do have Series 1. So clearly this is... it's something they're looking to carry on in the future. They're certainly opening the doors for this to be an ongoing game. And the other thing is, and this is what brought its attention to me straight away, because if we look at the characters which have been confirmed, we've got Negative Zone Spider-Man. I'd rather have Spider-Man 1 myself, but that's just personal preference. We've got Captain Marvel, and we've got Iron Man, and yeah, okay, fine. But then we've got Frog and Spider-Ham. Now, I'm sure many of you do know Spider-Ham at this stage, because Spider-Ham did actually feature fairly prominently in the Spider-Verse movie. And as a side note, right, if you've not gone and seen the Spider-Verse movie, go and see the Spider-Verse movie. It's awesome. Watched it for the second time the other day, and I absolutely adored it. It's phenomenal. Frog, some of you may be a lot less familiar with. It is basically the Frog version of Thor. How cool is that? The answer, of course, is extremely cool. So, if they're going to be introducing characters like that in Series 1, they are clearly going for the deep cuts here, and I am all into this. I am 100% into this. You know by now that I am a gigantic fan of Marvel Champions. It is a game I'm covering fairly extensively on this channel, but I do not expect to see characters like Spider-Ham in Marvel Champions for quite some time. Now, of course, there might be a reason that this is actually a little bit weirder in that regard. It does seem like a game that is more aimed towards children. I mean, the fact that it's been revealed by the Toy Book, the Toy Insider, etc., that does kind of show it there, I think is fair to say. And there is a quote from Funko CEO Brian Mariotti: engage their younger fans with a new category of products. The child can battle independently or team up with friends to defeat Thanos through gameplay. So what they're basically saying here is, look, this is very much a game aimed towards children, but then again, it's Funko, and we all know that that is not something that is bought entirely by children. And we've got a tabletop game going on here, and we've got the collectability factor. It's piqued my interest, and I would be very, very surprised if it did not pique the interest of a bunch of you lovely ladies and gentlemen as well. Now, in terms of gameplay, we don't actually have very much information about the gameplay at all. We are told that it can be played as a single-player game or cooperatively, and it does seem like Thanos is the bad guy here. One thing that is very important to note, it is called Marvel Battleworld, Mystery of the Thanos Stones. So clearly Series 1 can be, hey, let's take down Thanos, and then future series could be introducing new villains to take down. Now, this is complete supposition on my part, but clearly, if they want to keep this going for a little while, having the game constantly played against Thanos and nobody else seems like it might be, might get a little bit samey, shall we say. As for how deep the gameplay is, clearly it's designed for kids, so it needs to be one that's easily picked up. But when I listened to an episode of the Driving to Work podcast done by Wizards of the Coast, or an employee thereof, they were talking about the Transformers trading card game when it first launched, and they referred to that over and over again as a children's game. And really all that meant was that yes, it is perfectly suitable for children and easy to pick up, but it builds up over time. I kind of hope this would be a bit like that. We have no word on it whatsoever. I suppose we shall have to wait and see. Now, in terms of the products, there are basically 2 products that have been revealed so far. Surprise Battle Balls and a mega pack that comes with 6 collectible heroes and 13 battle cards. Now, it certainly does look like the larger pack here, the mega pack, does come with a guaranteed negative zone Spider-Man. So essentially, it is kind of an exclusive one. It seems like, and it is referred to in the article as an exclusive character. It seems like that cannot be pulled in a battle ball. You do actually have to get yourselves a mega pack in order to pick that dude up, which totally worth it, incidentally. And then there's a bunch of others. No word on exactly how many characters will be available. No word on rarity. No word on chase characters. Now, things of this nature generally do have the chase characters, the ones that are especially rare and you're always on the lookout, etc. Will be very interesting to see, well, just what the deal is with those, to be honest with you. But we don't actually know, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. We don't actually know. Also, I'm not sure if I said this specifically earlier. It has been confirmed that it is 1 to 4 players, and the gameplay is unleashed through a battle ball. What is a battle ball? We don't really know, unfortunately. Now, the other product is these mystery battle balls, the surprise battle balls. And in surprise battle balls, it seems like you get 2 characters. And obviously there is going to be a bit of mystery involved, shall we say. It apparently contains 2 collectible Marvel characters, hero cards, battle cards, and a pair of dice. So we've got dice and cards and miniatures going around. Is there a chance that the miniatures are really just there to represent the cards, if that makes sense, rather than really contributing to the gameplay? Maybe. But I do really like the idea here that we've got miniatures and we've got dice and we've got cards going on here. There is certainly a lot of potential for building up the gameplay here. I mean, certainly playing cards like Dice Masters and Star Wars Destiny, we've seen the fun that can be had with dice. Now, that does include an element of randomness, but then again, well, I suppose if we look at the designers of the Transformers trading card game and the kind of things they've said. Now, in the Transformers TCG, we have these battle icons. These randomized pips where, well, they're not random. You know what's on the card, but you flip over a couple cards when you're battling, and it's a bit of a mystery as to which pips you actually reveal. Well, the good news is that makes games more exciting. It introduces a bit of a luck element. But then again, usually with these kind of games, there is a way to manipulate the odds a little bit in your favour, and that is a very, very good thing indeed. And by now, right, you guys all know how I feel about card games. I have made absolutely no secret of my love for card games. Now, one thing that is interesting, they are actually doing this with animation. Funko Animation Studios, in collaboration with Marvel, are going to be making what they refer to as short-form animated content. Now, this is very much stylized 2D kind of hand-drawn stuff, rather than expensive 3D animation. It's going to be really interesting to see. Now, the plot apparently involves Thanos trapping Marvel heroes in Battleworld, and it's going to be spread across multiple platforms: Disney XD, Marvel HQ, YouTube, all kinds of things. But we do, in the little teaser animation they've revealed so far, which incidentally does confirm that Groot is going to be featured here as well, which makes me delighted. Who doesn't love Groot? We can see it as kind of a world exploding into different zones, so to speak. And that does potentially open up kind of stadium-based gameplay, having the gameplay change a little bit depending on which zone in the battle world you're actually in. So maybe some of these cards could be representing stadiums or battlefields or whatever they happen to call it. The phrasing does generally change game to game here, but the point is that we've seen this stuff before, and that would be a really nice added element. We don't know much about the game, unfortunately. We don't know how it's played. We don't have a huge amount of information, but we do know that it's coming, and we do know that it is being launched exclusively in Target in June. Now, when I say exclusively in Target, I mean initially exclusive. The phrasing they're using is first to market at Target stores nationwide this June. Will it get a release outside of the US? I am absolutely convinced it will, because Funko products are generally released outside the US. Why would this be an exception? Why is it starting off in Target? Really simple. It's a marketing partnership. They launch it in Target first, which means that Target put a bit more love behind the game, push it a little bit harder to try and give it a better start out the gate. That has got to be a good thing, ladies and gentlemen. That has got to be a good thing. I'm going to keep abreast of all of this stuff. I'm going to show you more as we have it. When we're told more about the game, I'm going to show you. And when we know how to play it, I'm going to show you. I'm a little bit excited, and I think you should be too. I'm very optimistic about this, but I'd like to know what you think, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts, be nice, and then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWassy. That's where we talk about all kinds of games that pique our interest, and please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all kinds of fun stuff. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wassy Plays.